What's going on? It's Jason Heath and David Anderson 7-double bass duets are some of my all-time favorite pieces for this instrument. We've got them available in our sheet music store. There's a link below. We're going to listen to a complete performance of Dave playing them with Jeff Turner. I'm going to share my thoughts about them. Let's dive in.
What a great way to start. Yes. This is so viscerally to play. Lots of playful little things in here. Repeat. Dave's such a great bass player. So is Jeff. I've had the chance to play with Dave before in the past. We did the Prudent Music Festival together. Just an incredible human being. I love the interplay here. Now the smooth. And Dave has so many influences in his music that I hear rock, I hear jazz, I hear classical references, and of course he's got his own unique voice. Love that. Little pointillistic. Playful.
Kibbles and Kibitz is so much fun, and I just love those open sonorities like Jeff and Dave were getting. Those fifths and fourths and having the top bass right here. All these really cool, almost like Hindemith sonata for bass opening. Dave does quote composers and from all different styles. So I don't know if this is a Hindemith reference or not, but and then we lots of fourths, lots of wide sonorities in this, and then he throws in that little triplet early on. All of a sudden it gets playful, and I just love in so much of Dave's music and throughout these duets, that interplay of the short notes and then the lyrical notes, the humor, the pathos is just all so great. And then that line, I love the way that this is played, Dave doing and then and meanwhile, you got that short rhythmic energy going, and then this build up with the slurs. This is something that Dave does in a lot of his music, and I just am a big fan. It really takes me along for the ride. And he writes these out. They sound very organic when you actually play them, but at first sometimes I have to be trying to do some math to figure these out. And again, that great humor of Dave's. He's got that low in the bass 2 part, and then all of a sudden this sort of exchange of just like passing off, almost pointillistic give and take, and then the very ending we have these pianissimo, and then again that original kind of sonority that we had in the opening.
Hendrix, maybe? This melody. He's got such a great combination of short, playful, heavy, like that opening, and these lyrical qualities, whether it's piano or forte. Things that are really fun to do on the bass. What a great melody Jeff's got. This moment. Oh, it's coming up. Back to the opening. Oh, those F sharps are so fun to play. I just love seeing the joy in Dave's face playing this music, his own music. I believe that's Dave's Prescott bass. Fantastic bass. He played for so many years. play these harmonic lines. So cool.
Parade of the Politically Prudent Pigs, and again, what great titles, having these two contrary motions in bass 1 and bass 2, and then what feels like a Jimi Hendrix quote to me. And you can just see how much fun they're having in the recording playing this, and then this melody just almost Prokofiev in style. And there's something about that F sharp that I find so satisfying. And the shaping that they do on that is just so elegant and cool. Then we get into this more playful mezzo piano section. And then, again, all these wonderful lyrical ideas is passing them along. All these contrasts. We're only like 12 bars in and we've already gone through all these different styles. And then the top part, down here near the bottom of this first page, it has this... which is the sort of harmony that I associate with Dave so frequently. His Capriccio No. 2, his bass quartet, uses similar effects and techniques, and you've got all these different... Again, the contrast of the short, the rhythmic, the lyrical is just so cool. The sonorities that he's exploring between the two parts, they're both challenging in their own way. They're both playable for sure throughout all of these duets, but just it's so great whether you're on bass 1 or bass 2. It's cool. And Dave even says in the intro, it's totally cool to swap parts when you do the repeats for the ones that have repeats, and it's just so much fun.
I love the way Dave uses time signatures. Love those minor seconds. These are not the easiest pieces ever, certainly, but I've had high school students play these. They work great for so many levels, and there's just such playfulness and joy and lyricism and things that are fun on the bass. It's just such an irresistible combination to me. Back to the beginning. Crunchy. Oh, this is so fun. It reminds me of some classical piece music. Can't remember.
Dave loves to play around with rhythms, and Rush Hour is a great example of that. Meanwhile, in bass 1, so again, contrast even in that first bar between short and lyrical, going up for that C sharp, right away getting a little dissonance in there. It's really fun. And then this 3/8. This is something that Dave does a lot, and I am such a fan. We got this. The minor second up there in bass 1, a couple 16th note licks here on page 1. Do the repeat again. You can swap out the parts if you want. Dave loves to hear people's interpretations of his music, so he even says he'd be cool with that. But obviously he would be cool with that, and just such an exciting piece. None of these are that long, but there's so much in all of them.
Webern influence, or many other composers. That's such a cool effect. I forgot about that. rite of spring, perhaps.
Schweik Fahrt, Schweik Fahrt, whatever. This one is, this is the one. Actually, I thought I'd perform them all. I don't think I've ever actually performed this one, but just passing along, got the tritone, you got the way up there, and all these different effects behind the bridge. Heavy stuff, highest note possible, lowest note possible. Just very fun, goofy. The audience laughs at this recording. They usually laugh when I see this performed.
Such a great melody. See, so you have like that goofy one that we just went through, and then you have this beautiful, the pathos of this. Sonorities. Such a fun line to play. Yeah. This first bass part is so fun. Oh, I love how delicate it is in this performance. Go, Jeff. Just sort of goes away. Isn't that beautiful pianissimo? Moving to that C. So great. Nice.
I just love the melody of the Lament. It is so great. That half step, then going up to the G, and then the dissonance. I've played this for many different events, both bass 1 and 2. And these big open sonorities, I keep using that word, but it's the best word I can think of. They're just so great to play with other bass players. His bass quartet has a lot of these wide open textures too. And then we get this delicate. Fun to play, such a great contrast.
It's just in the pocket, so nice. So fun. Great double time. beginning. I have a tendency to play this too fast when I've done it in the past. I just love this tempo that they took. That's cool. That's a nice addition.
Now, Blue Cheese is when I really need to feel that groove that they played the next time I played it. I really liked where it was sitting. And both bass parts are fun. I have played them both as I feel when I hear this or play this like I am just about to play on a concert and I have like 16 minutes maximum to practice with my fellow bass player. It's kind of how bass festivals go a lot, but this one sits so well on the bass, and again, so fun. The top line is fun, the bottom line is fun. This thing in the bass 2 at the mezzo piano in measure 5, this it's really fun to play, and it just builds up to this like little unison rhythm kind of line at the bottom of the page. And I think I've swung measure 12 before when I've played it. And then we go into this pit section, which is just fun for both parts. A little West Side Story kind of vibe for sure.
Kind of reminds me of Leonard Bernstein or something. West Side Story. So fun. It's like a nightmare surreal heightened surprise symphony or something. Tap. The contrast between the short notes and the nice lyricism.
What a finale. Gustav's 11 o'clock dance. Again, super engaging for the beginning. In bass 2, I suppose you could play that here, but I've always played it up there. And this melody that, again, very Bernstein-esque to me. Got some cool 16th notes, and then you go into this kind of slidey aleatoric section. I love that Dave lets it go off the rails and then pulls it back. This sort of surprising section here on page 5, when you have the normal, the ponticello swapping back and forth. That is very fun. And yeah, again, you can swap out the parts when you do the repeats. They're so much fun to play. That's a look at Dave Anderson's double bass duets. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.